According to the Gospel of John's opening chapter, the Tao was with God in the beginning, and the Tao was God. The tenet is a match for the ancient Eastern wisdom known as Yi Jing, and both approaches have similar but mutual objectives. Remember DeepSeek? It was once hailed as the next big thing in the world of search engines, a formidable competitor to Google, the Chinese search engine that was going to take on OpenAI. It promised faster, more accurate search results and a user-friendly interface that could revolutionize the way we access information online. In the ever-shifting tides of global finance, one question remains: are we witnessing the rise of new opportunities or the crumbling of stability? The European Central Bank slashes rates for the fifth time. Trump reignites tariff wars and gold surges to unprecedented highs. Meanwhile, the battle for digital supremacy intensifies as cybersecurity giants rise, and China's influence on AI and data security sparks international concern. But what does this all mean for investors, businesses, and the global economy? Stay with us as we decode these seismic shifts through the lens of ancient wisdom, using Sun Tzu's Art of War and the Yi Jing to illuminate the deeper forces at play. Let's dive in. The financial world is shifting before our eyes. Will you seize the opportunity or be caught unprepared? Subscribe now for expert insights, market predictions, and investment strategies that align with both modern analytics and timeless wisdom. Like this video if you found it valuable, and drop a comment below. How do you think the tech war will impact global markets in the next 5 years? Let's discuss, about that. DeepSeek is officially iced out. The dream of a new search engine giant has come to a screeching halt. Hundreds of companies, including some big government players, just shut it down. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a massive, coordinated effort to pull the plug on DeepSeek. They're saying it's a security risk. Concerns have been raised about the potential for data breaches and unauthorized access to sensitive information. Basically, they think DeepSeek is a little too good at finding information. Its algorithms are so advanced that they can dig up data that other search engines might miss. And by too good, they mean it might be sending that info back to China. The fear is that DeepSeek could be a tool for espionage, collecting data from users around the world and funneling it back to Chinese servers. This isn't just about some search engine, it's about the broader implications of who controls the flow of information in the 21st century. This is about who controls the flow of information in the 21st century. In an age where data is power, the ability to access and manipulate information is a critical asset. It's like the Cold War, but with ones and zeros instead of nukes. The battleground has shifted from physical territories to the digital realm, where control over information can determine the balance of power. Just as the Berlin Wall once symbolized the division between East and West, a new digital iron curtain is descending. This time it's not about physical barriers, but about firewalls and data restrictions. Global leaders are now grappling with the implications of this new reality. How do we ensure the free flow of information while protecting national security? It's a delicate balance that requires careful consideration and international cooperation. On one hand, there's a push for internet freedom and the open exchange of ideas. On the other, there's a need to safeguard against potential threats and misuse of technology. The debate is fierce and the stakes are high. Legal battles are already unfolding, with tech companies and governments clashing over regulations and control. Courts are becoming the new battlegrounds where the future of digital freedom and security will be decided. Meanwhile, cybersecurity experts are working tirelessly to develop new technologies and protocols to protect against potential breaches. The race is on to stay one step ahead of those who would exploit vulnerabilities for their gain. Education is also playing a crucial role. As the next generation of tech-savvy individuals emerges, there's a growing emphasis on teaching digital literacy and ethical use of technology. The hope is that a well-informed public can better navigate the complexities of the digital age. In the end, the digital Iron Curtain affects us all. Whether we're aware of it or not, the decisions made today will shape the future of how we access and share information. It's a global issue that requires a collective effort to address. As we move forward, the challenge will be to find a balance that allows for innovation and progress while ensuring security and privacy. It's a daunting task, but with collaboration and determination, we can build a digital world that benefits everyone. This is just the beginning of a new era in the digital age. The decisions we make now will echo for generations to come. Let's make sure we get it right. So why is everyone freaking out about DeepSeek? 2 words. Data security. In today's digital age, data is the new gold. It's not just about protecting your bank account anymore. It's about safeguarding every aspect of your life. From personal conversations to sensitive business information, everything is at risk. Think about all the stuff we do online, banking, shopping, even talking to our doctors. Our entire lives are intertwined with the internet. We trust these platforms with our most intimate details, believing they are secure. But what if that trust is misplaced? What if the very tools we use to simplify our lives are the ones putting us at risk? Now, imagine all that information falling into the wrong hands. Hackers, cybercriminals, and even foreign governments could exploit this data for malicious purposes. The consequences could be devastating, from financial ruin to identity theft and even national security threats. That's what people are worried about with DeepSeek. The fear is not just about losing data, but about the potential misuse of that data. Companies and individuals alike are on edge, wondering if their information is truly safe. There have been whispers about Chinese companies using technology to spy on people. These concerns aren't new, but they have gained traction in recent years. The idea that a foreign entity could be monitoring our every move is unsettling, to say the least. Remember those stories about Chinese-made drones sending data back to China? These drones, often used for recreational purposes, were found to be collecting and transmitting data without users' knowledge. It was a wake-up call for many, highlighting the potential risks of using foreign technology, or those apps that were collecting way more information than they should have. Apps that seemed harmless, like games or social media platforms, were found to be gathering extensive data on users. This data could be used for targeted advertising, or worse, for surveillance. This DeepSeek thing is just the latest example. It's a reminder that we need to be vigilant about our digital security. As technology continues to evolve, so do the threats. We must stay informed and take proactive measures to protect our data. After all, in the digital age, information is power. China isn't just going to sit there and take this. They're already hitting back with their own restrictions on Western companies. Remember how China banned Facebook and Google years ago? Yeah. They're not afraid to flex their digital muscles. This whole thing is turning into a digital arms race. Both sides are building up their cyber defenses and trying to control the flow of information. It's a dangerous game, and nobody knows how it's going to end. Can technology stand unshaken when war is waged not with weapons but with data? The West's technology war with China sharpens further, its battlefield shifting from silicon to the realm of digital sovereignty. DeepSeek, a name now whispered with apprehension, finds itself shut out by governments wary of unseen hands reaching into their vaults. The spectre of surveillance rises. In response, cybersecurity firms CrowdStrike, Fortinet, Cloudflare surged to new heights. Their ascent a testament to the growing demand for digital fortresses. Here, Sun Tzu's wisdom from the art of war becomes prophecy. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you need not fear the result of 100 battles. The West, in fortifying its defenses, does not merely protect its data, but asserts its dominance in the unseen war of information. Yet how long before the battlefield shifts again? But hey, at least someone's making money off of this mess, right? Cybersecurity companies are raking it in right now. Companies like CrowdStrike, Fortinet, and Cloudflare are seeing their stock prices go through the roof. And it's not hard to see why. With all this cyber warfare going on, everyone needs to beef up their defenses. It's like selling gas masks during a chemical attack. It's a grim business, but business is booming. Is triumph ever complete, or is it merely a step towards the next battle? Meta rides the crest of its own victory, its stock soaring to new heights on the back of formidable earnings. Apple too defies doubt, surging 3% after hours despite the headwinds of Chinese market struggles. The tide appears to favor these titans, but does prosperity breed complacency? The Yijing warns in Hexagram 11 De Tian Tai Peace that harmony is fleeting. Too much success can invite unseen instability. What follows an apex but the descent? The tech world teeters at the edge of an unknown shift. If history has taught us anything, it is that, just as one conflict finds resolution, another stirs in the distance. This isn't just a tech story. This is a global economic story. The markets are freaking out. The European Central Bank is cutting interest rates. Trump is slapping tariffs on everything that moves, and gold is surging like it's 2008 all over again. It feels like the world is on the brink of something big, and in a way it is. We're witnessing a fundamental shift in the balance of power. Is this the moment where stability crumbles or the prelude to strategic opportunity? The European Central Bank, ECB, has once again loosened the reins, cutting interest rates for the fifth time, yet uncertainty grips the euro area like a tightening vice. The shadow of tariffs looms once more. Trump's renewed threat to impose a 25% levy on Canada and Mexico sends their currencies tumbling, a reminder that power, once exercised, does not fade but merely shifts. Gold, the ancient refuge of the wary, responds as it has for millennia, soaring to a fresh all-time high, a beacon in the storm. Yet, is this rise a mere reaction or a signal of deeper fractures beneath the global financial order? As the Yijing states in hexagram 29, the abysmal danger must be met with inner stillness. Shikan jushi shangxia, naiwai, daoshi shui xian, kongqi xian, daobi xian, sui wei xian, dan neng, tong yunewai. Kei yuzu yu wei xian ji zhong xian zhong chu tong. A river does not fight the canyon, it carves its path through patience. This is where things get really interesting. In today's digital age, the landscape of warfare has evolved dramatically. No longer confined to physical battlegrounds, the new arena is the virtual world, where data and information reign supreme. Because this whole situation is like something straight out of Sun Tzu's Art of War. The ancient wisdom of Sun Tzu is more relevant than ever. His teachings on strategy and deception have found a new home in the digital realm. Remember that part about all warfare is based on deception. This principle is at the core of modern cybersecurity strategies. Deception is not just a tactic, it's a fundamental aspect of how digital conflicts are waged. That's basically what's happening in the tech world right now. Tech giants are locked in a constant battle for supremacy, each one trying to outsmart the other. The stakes are incredibly high, with billions of dollars and the trust of millions of users on the line. Companies are constantly trying to outmaneuver each other, using data as their weapon of choice. Data is the new oil, and whoever controls the most valuable data holds the power. This has led to an arms race of sorts, with companies investing heavily in data analytics and cybersecurity. And just like in war, the best defense is a good offense. Proactive measures are essential. Companies must anticipate threats before they materialize and develop strategies to counteract them. This is where the concept of offensive cybersecurity comes into play. That's why cybersecurity is so important. It's not just about building walls to keep intruders out, it's about creating a dynamic defense system that can adapt to new threats as they arise. You need to be able to protect yourself from attacks, but you also need to be able to strike back if necessary. Offensive cybersecurity involves identifying potential threats and neutralizing them before they can cause harm. But you also need to be able to strike back if necessary. This dual approach of defense and offense is what keeps the digital world secure. It's a never-ending game of cat and mouse where the stakes are constantly being raised. In this digital age, the lessons of Sun Tzu are more relevant than ever, reminding us that in the world of cybersecurity, deception and strategy are key to survival. But there's another ancient text that might be even more relevant to our current situation, the Yi Jing, or Book of Changes. The Yi Jing is all about embracing change and adapting to new circumstances. And that's exactly what we need to do in this new digital age. The old rules don't apply anymore. The lines between countries, companies, and even individuals are blurring. We need to find new ways to cooperate and compete in this rapidly changing world. In this grand unfolding of strategy and consequence, one thing remains clear. The path forward is neither fixed nor certain. To move with wisdom is to see beyond the moment, to embrace the constant flux. In the art of war, in the flow of markets, in the ceaseless turning of the world, victory belongs not to the strongest, but to those who adapt. So what does this all mean for you? Well, for starters, you need to be aware of the risks. Be careful about what information you share online. Make sure your devices are secure, and be wary of any company or government that claims to have all the answers. This is a time for caution, but it's also a time for opportunity. The companies and individuals who can adapt to this new reality will be the ones who thrive. The DeepSeek drama is just the tip of the iceberg. We're entering a new era of global competition, one where data is the most valuable resource. The stakes are high and the future is uncertain. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be a wild ride. So buckle up, folks. Things are about to get interesting. Cheerio! Do join us again for more market wisdom with a dash of Eastern philosophy.